Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Samuel Table Talk. Today's topic will be on vaccines, the hottest topic in today's society. And we are going to be discussing the vax and the unvax. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the reasons why people actually take the vaccine. And my husband here is going to discuss those reasons of why people take the vaccine.
Yeah, and before I go into that, I just want to say that we have to understand both sides. Like a week ago, I posted something on Facebook that we should look at both sides. We shouldn't be biased. We should look at why people do something and why they don't do something. Imagine if there was only one political party, right? There was only one party to choose from, right? You should always look at both sides. And we're not going to tell you if you should get vaccinated or not. We're just going to show you why people decide to take it and why people don't want to take it. Yeah. And they're very plausible reasons. So let's go through reasons why they want to take it. So first is because they have underlying conditions. So people with diabetes and those type of diseases are more at risk against COVID. So most of the people who died have underlying conditions. So they believe that the vaccine will help them from not dying. Also, fear of dying. Some people don't want to die because the numbers of the death are going up based on the news, and so they don't want to die.
And they feel as though taking the vaccine will save them from dying.
Okay, and then it's a job requirement, right? Some federal jobs or government jobs require you to take the vaccine, so that's understandable. It's a travel requirement. So Delta Airline is one of the airlines that require you to take the vaccine. Also, Canada, you cannot go to Canada unless you have the vaccine. So let's say you have a loved one that you want to visit, right? You kind of think about taking it in order to go and see that loved one. Also, some people take it because they want to get back to normal, pre-COVID. So what has been promised by the scientists is that if a country gets to herd immunity, which is 70% of the citizens get vaccinated, then things can get back to normal. So those are some of the reasons why people take it. What about...
Yeah, but there's also some concerns about people that are not taking the vaccine. And I'm going to go ahead and share with you all those concerns of why people are kind of just not taking the vaccine so quickly. And here are the concerns. For the very first concern, the speed of the vaccine development and the rollout of it, like how fast it was developed and how it's being developed and issued out for all these people so vastly. So mind you, these concerns are being are raised because they're not being addressed. Okay, so one of the second concerns in the community is the contents of the vaccine.
So
what are the ingredients in the actual vaccine and how it's going to affect the actual individual.
So if you haven't heard, typically vaccines are made before the COVID vaccine. Previous vaccines were made by them injecting you with a dormant form of the virus, so that your body can learn how to fight against that. And now this vaccine, which is mRNA technology, it tells your body what to do. So it's like a code that they place in lipids, which is a nanoparticle, which tells your body what to do. So it's not like the traditional vaccine. So a lot of people are concerned that they're telling your body what to do.
Okay,
So,
honey, with the science.
no, that's what it is. If you really want to know. So, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, one of the third concerns as well is the social media censorship. Uh, I'm heavily on social media, and so I've seen this firsthand. Where if I post anything, any topic that is related to vaccine talk, I immediately get a notification from Instagram. The people behind Instagram saying, okay, we're going to put this label and we're going to also censor this, or sometimes they even take down your whole video because you must have said something, or it's partly true or partly false. And so yeah, that censorship from social media and the concern about the vaccine about that.
Yeah. So before you move on,
Yeah.
as I said in the beginning, if you don't imagine a world where you only have one side of the story, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like the social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, if you're not pro-vaccine, right, they flag your posts. So I know some people doing videos against the vaccine can't even say the word, right? Because they're afraid that they're gonna be flagged.
Well, they can say the word vaccine, but they have to be cautious in what they're saying.
Right. And
yeah.
And again, we live in a world. Listen, we should be able to hear both sides of the story, right? And yes, rule out conspiracy theories, but there are doctors out there that are telling us to be careful of the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
And there's doctors out there that's pro-vaccine saying, hey, this thing is safe. So we need to hear both sides of the story.
Yeah. And so another concern is the banning of treatments.
Yes.
There are absolutely no information out there as far as what treatments for someone that has COVID, what they can do.
Yeah, they're just pushing, I'm just
They're
telling you
pushing the agenda of the vaccine.
Yeah. So people are concerned about that.
Yeah.
That all they're telling you to do is take the vaccine
as a treatment, which before the vaccine was even issued out, most of us were making sure our immune system was into place. Like we were making sure we were on top of that. We were also wearing our mask. What happened to those treatment plans? But no, we have this vaccine. You must take this vaccine. If not, such and such will happen, right? Yeah. Or this effect will happen. Another concern is people are unclear about the origins of COVID.
Yeah, up to now, we don't know if it was caused by incident in the lab or if it was something that happened at the Wuhan market. So people still think we're living in strange times and they just don't trust the vaccine if they don't know where their COVID comes from, which is understandable.
Mm-hmm. And here's the number one reason. The press and politicians are pushing vaccinations. It was recently we experienced 9/11, right? And it was also noted that the New York Times didn't even acknowledge the 20-year anniversary of 9/11. However, they were pushing out the agenda of the vaccines. That's how much this vaccine talk is so prevalent in today's world that even little things, even big events like 9/11 has been pushed to the back front of people's minds.
Yeah, also, some governments are paying citizens, are giving them gas cards or paying them to take the vaccine. So people raise those concerns, which is legitimate, right? Why are you paying people to take the vaccine?
It's like, are you going to pay if something happens? But we're not going to get there. But yeah, a lot of concerns are also, some people are unclear about the long-term effects. Like, are you going to pay
Yeah.
if I get affected long term? What's going
Well,
to happen in the long run? Those
well,
concerns are not being addressed. And because of that, people are still on edge when it comes to getting the vaccine.
yeah. So no one knows because this vaccine has been out for like, has it been a year? Not even a full year. So um, before this vaccine, the monks um, vaccine took 4 years because of the not because of the production, right? It was because of the testing period. Why the rollout took 4 years. So people are concerned about not enough testing, right? Took place with this vaccine, and no one knows the long term effects. So people are hesitant. Maybe they'll take it 4 years from now, if there's no long term effects. So they're waiting out, which I completely understand. And another reason is that um, the people who caught COVID, right, who develop antibodies and are have some type of immunity to it, they're telling them they need to take it as well. So people are wondering, like, I had COVID, my body, there's something called immune memory, which your body learns how to fight against certain diseases after you get it. So if people have immune memory and they're immune towards that disease, why do they need it? So right now there's two sides of the story. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's scientists and doctors who say you don't need it, and there's scientists and doctors that say you need it.
Yeah.
So imagine the social media platforms are silencing the people, the scientists and the doctors who saying you don't really need it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You need to see both sides of the story. Honey, so we know that some people are not gonna take the vaccine.
Or they may wait a while before they take it.
Yeah. So what do we recommend that they do?
Well, I believe staying healthy is critical when it comes to handling our immune system and this virus that is going around, especially in today's times. Just like before the vaccine, we were staying healthy. We make sure that our immune system was up to par to be able to withstand this virus. So the number one thing that I want to say is nutrition is very important. It is very important the things that you eat. No refined foods, not too much red meats, things of that nature that will defeat the purpose of the body's natural bodily system.
Yeah, and so pretty much what you're saying is try to stay away from red meat, animal products in general. Eat raw food as much as possible,
Yes,
meaning the
nuts.
food in its raw state, like fruits, vegetables, nuts,
Exactly.
those things. Okay.
And so, with that being said, our nutrition is vital, very, very vital when it comes to our metabolism, the things that we do. One of the second things that we can do to stay healthy is exercise. Regular exercise has been proven by scientists. I'm pretty sure you hear all the time whenever you get your physical that it's very important to stay not fit, but just stay busy. If you sit in a cubicle all day, go for a walk. If you lay down, or if you need to kind of just get the body moving so the blood can flow, right? And also taking in water, making sure that your body is getting the right proper nutrition of water, making sure that you're getting the proper amount each day, and just staying healthy.
Right. And back to exercise.
Yeah.
Regular exercise. Don't just do it one time and you feel
forget
some
about
pain. You feel some pains and then you say, "Oh my goodness." So, like for me, I do running at least 2 to 2.5 miles 3 times a week. So I feel a little bit of pain after, but I continue.
Yes, and I'll be working out. I'm gonna start consistently working out, just to get my body moving because having kids and day to day things, you have to train the body, and just getting that water is very important as well too, and also enough sunshine. I know that when we were in quarantine, a lot of people felt like they were stuck in the house, but I'm here to tell you that sunshine is very key, when it comes to viruses or any diseases that are out there. You need to get that fresh sunshine into your body, that vitamin D, to be soaked into your body because it's very important. You can also get vitamin D from supplements as well too, but sunshine is key.
Yeah. So as Jackie said, vitamin D from sunlight is helps the immune system. So at least scientists say at least 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight. I know, especially those of us in the U.S. like to be in AC. No, you have to get out in the sun.
Get out.
Another point to stay healthy is temperance. Stay away
Yeah.
from harmful substances like alcohol, those type of things, because your body has to work harder to get rid of those toxic things in your body, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's less energy being spent on your building up your immune system.
Yeah.
Air quality is very important. If you stay around smoky, bad environment, that can deplete your body very fast.
Oh yeah.
So try not to grill too much. The best air quality is to be around trees.
Yeah, and even if you need to invest in an air purifier, go ahead and do that because air quality is important.
Yes, and I was listening to a doctor the other day, and he said if you do catch COVID and you're not hospitalized, you're in your home, try not to have the AC running all the time. Let fresh air go through your house. Open up the windows, open up the doors. Rest is very important, especially slow sleep. Slow sleep happens between just before 12. So try to get to bed before 10 so that you can get some slow sleep in. That's where your growth hormones grow, where your body make growth hormones. And imagine if you don't rest, your body feels depleted.
Oh yeah.
You remember, so rest is like recharging a battery, pretty much. So if you don't get enough rest, your body doesn't have the energy it needs to build up that immune system. Also, trust in God. That is very important, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people trust in different things, but for sure, trusting in God can help you stay sane, help you because there's not only physical health, it's mental health, right?
Yeah, and for those that are non-Christians, trust in the deity of your choosing. We just wanted to provide you with these tips of staying healthy, and I just want to also touch back on rest and how important that is. Sometimes as hard workers in this society, we tend to overwork ourselves, that we do not get the rest that we need, and that in alone may look small but is highly significant, like my husband here stated. So definitely getting that rest in is very important and is key. And I just want to also make note that proper rest happens when we take an hour, the hour that you take before bed, trying to tune out, electronics, social media, close your eyes, and just get that rest that you need, that your body needs. Just staying healthy in general.
Yeah. So the hour before you go to sleep, or when you wake up, try not to get bombarded by the world because that can affect your sleep. Yeah. Also, if you have problems sleeping, you can use melatonin.
Oh, my sleep drops.
Melatonin.
Yeah, so my sleep drops actually is from a cherry extract. It has 1% melatonin, and most people do take melatonin
Yeah, to fall asleep.
to fall
Yeah.
asleep. So, yeah,
So
definitely.
these are like eight health laws, and you can see those in the first week of creation. God created these things because He knew that we needed them. He
Yeah.
created the sun to give us sunlight, water. Just read it. You see, that's where we're getting this list from. So again, we are not telling you whether to take the vaccine or not, but we have noticed that this topic of vaccination
It's
has
so
created
controversial.
is very controversial, and it has created a divide, right?
Yes.
It's very divisive. Let me give you an example. My best friend, right, not calling any names, picked up an individual, a hitchhiker, one day, and the conversation went, somehow got to vaccinations. People who were vaccinated against people who were not vaccinated. And the guy that he picked up said he hates the unvaccinated people because they were the ones that killed his mother. He believes that the unvaccinated people killed his mother. So he doesn't want to deal with no vaccinated person. But my friend was
You
unvaccinated.
mean
Yeah,
unvaccinated person?
yeah. My friend was unvaccinated, so he acted like he was vaccinated. So he didn't want this guy attacked him in the car. So that's how
Wow.
bad it is. Some family members don't even want to see other family members because they're not vaccinated. Though even
Yeah.
the home is divided. So
Yeah.
so to be honest, this is what I see. I see Satan sitting back laughing.
Yeah.
Any way he can create a divide, he's doing it, and he's doing it with this vaccination. Please respect each other's choices. Do not force anybody. Let them make the decision. Yes, you can share information, but let them make the decision. The, we already know from the CDC that both vaccinated and unvaccinated people can spread the virus. So the
Yes.
only thing that vaccine do is save you from being hospitalized or
Having
dying
critical
or dying.
condition.
So it's like a personal decision that someone needs to make. So
Yeah.
don't force people.
Yeah, there's a lot of division. I just want to share one story as well too, of how, Satan kind of just divide the family. I was taking my kids to their appointment, their pediatrician appointment, and the lady was just telling me how she just got the vaccine because her sister really, really pressured her, even got her own sons, the lady's own sons, to go against her because she wasn't even vaccinated yet. Right? So, yeah, those things are tactics of of Satan. Period. Um, there are also wrong reasons out there to take the vaccine. There's a lot of wrong reasons out there to take the vaccine.
Yeah, simply because you're being pressured,
Yeah.
and when you finish taking it, you don't feel comfortable with yourself. Any decision you make, you should feel at peace
Yeah.
when you do it. So that's not a reason because you feel pressured from your family member, or you just scared.
Yeah.
You're just scared. You don't want to die. To me, that's not good reasons. Good reasons is what I recommend that you do. Again, it's a personal decision. Pray to God.
So he can decide and
He
ask
can
him what
guide
you
you.
want him to
He
what
can
you want
guide you.
him to do.
He can guide you, definitely.
And do
And
your own
do your
research.
own research. There's a
Yeah.
lot of propaganda out there on both sides, right? There's a lot of propaganda. So do your own research and stay healthy. We went over the 8 health laws. It doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or not, right? Against COVID. If you're not healthy, who can be happy? Right? There's so many other diseases out there. so much other things that can make your life miserable if you're not healthy. So thank you again for watching us. Again, we're not telling you whether to take it or not, and we just hope this video helps to lessen the divide between the vax and the unvax.
All right. Thank you again for tuning in to our Samuel Table Talk. We hope to see you in our next video.